Hello! Holy shit, dude, it's been so long, man. Oh my god, dude, it feels so good to be back. New room, new angle. Moving is tough. The move was rough because I got Steve, I got Isto, and I got one of my friends to help me move all the big stuff like the couch and desk and stuff. I just didn't realize how much shit I had to move. A lot has happened since I last talked to you guys. I set up a Tinder account and have been trying to go on dates and shit. And I have so many stories from it. It's unbelievable. Like there's just so much material there. The one good thing about it is that there's an unbelievable amount of material. When I was moving out of an underground parkade and I put the couch in the back of my truck and I may or may not have broken the back window of it. And the worst part is that when I did that, I basically backed up and it was in the back and it was up high. And I was super safe about everything else. And I backed the truck up with my friends in it with me and I just hear and I was like, oh fuck. It was the fire extinguishing water pipes. If I had backed up a little bit harder, theoretically, I could have unleashed a torrent of water from above me, which would have been way worse. So in the moment, I was like, oh, thank fucking God. I just bumped it a little bit. That was a really discouraging part of the move. And so I still have glass on my couch. It's can you imagine bringing a date over and it's oh, you might want to watch out. That end of the couch still has some glass in it. Oh yeah, I also forgot to keep my good runners, and so I packed away all of my runners and ended up moving in slip-on Vans. And by the end of the 25-hour session, my feet were just so they felt like they were coming apart. You know what I mean? I was just so I was so done. Can I get a little parasocial? I know that watching Twitch gives you fake human interaction. You know what I mean? It fulfills the need of interacting with human beings without actually interacting with human beings. It doesn't fill up your tank all the way. And I think the inverse is true also for the streamer. I actually got so much social stimulation from streaming. I'm a more social guy than I thought. Does that make sense to you guys? I didn't realize that I want more social interaction. I didn't realize that stream was draining my social battery and providing me with that fulfillment. You're gonna laugh at me. I've been reading Marcus Aurelius again. Going to the park and just sitting down and reading meditations with a pencil. And sometimes I'll read a paragraph and I'm like, honestly, Marcus, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm hoping to get something out of this eventually. How's my audio, by the way? I'm running the most scuffed setup right now. I got 2 monitors, 1 ring light, speakers, wired $3 headphones, microphone. Right off the bat, I've never felt less fucking neurotypical than the past 2 weeks of being on dating apps, bro. I'm out here quadruple checking my fucking responses and I'm still worried I'm sounding like an alien trying to blend in, bro. Question for the people in the back. Is Grindr for people looking for hetero relationships or is it purely dude on dude action? I've been too lazy to look it up and I had that thought and then got distracted. It's just dudes? I just use it to make friends with trans people. That's based. Well, okay, wait. The first thing I noticed is I would show you the chat, but it's the same girl who unmatched me after I said I was from Red Deer. But I realized that I have to restrain myself from info dumping on people if they talk about a subject I'm interested in. Streamer brained, the unbridled ADHD where you just kind of let yourself go and start yapping about stuff is really, really helpful when you're streaming. But if you're trying to have a conversation with someone over text, I looked back at a conversation and realized I started talking about how humans had discovered and then lost and then rediscovered the cure for scurvy before later discovering sanitation near the Civil War, and I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You have no game. That's not, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm gonna do with the background back here yet. I got an IKEA shelf that I'm gonna have to build, but I already built my bed frame without a manual and I built it backwards, so now I have to disassemble it, and the room it's in isn't wide enough for me to just spin it around. I have to actually disassemble it and then put it together back the other way away, and I also have like a couple extra pieces that I don't really know I don't know where they're supposed to go. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff. What the fuck is RTFM, lil bro? Oh, read the fucking manual. Okay, do you guys think I was not reading the manual because I didn't want to? I'm not gonna keep the manual for a bed frame I assemble. That's stupid. Because then 2 years later, I'm definitely not going to need it to reassemble it. It's fine. There's been some standout profiles that I've seen, notably a lot of girls with Nickelback as their anthem, which I think I've discussed before, which is pretty based. A girl with the visible cold sore in the first photo. That was a clear winner for me. So I didn't talk about this. So in my old building, there was like 3 elevators because it was a big building, right? And I couldn't tell you guys about this when it happened, but about a year ago, I walked out of my apartment, which was on one of the lower floors, and I turned, and in front of the elevators, it was just like a fucking torrent of water pouring out of the exit sign. It was like I walked onto the set of like The Last of Us. The exit sign was lit red, and it's fucking pouring out. It was, dude. It was like I was living in Rapture. And it's just like water pouring out of the exit sign right in front of the elevators, and then in front of the elevators there's a massive pool of water, like pooling. And it turned out that 20 something floors up, a pipe had burst, going down like all the floors of the building, kind of like, you know, an alien when they get cut and the blood like through each layer of the ship. It went down like 25 floors. There were no elevators in this building for anyone for a month. Imagine you live on the 30th floor. The 30th floor, and your ass gets some groceries and you decide you're gonna do one trip from the car. You might die. I didn't live on the 30th floor and I almost died bringing my groceries up. I feel like there's definitely some straight girls who see bisexual in my Tinder bio and are like, oh, gay. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I met someone in person and I was wearing a pride shirt and I was talking about something I can't remember, and they were like, oh, are you gay? And they just said it in a way where I was like, no. Like me on the first date, trying not to reveal the fact that I'm bisexual. Hey, would you guys like anything to drink? Yeah, can I get a cock? Fuck. I mean a diet cock? Fuck. I mean a cock zero? Fuck. I mean a penis? I'm also finding the dating scene awkward because it's like, how long do I wait to talk about content creation? Like, in my mind, there's like a graph and it's like percentage chance that they've seen my content on the bottom, and then percentage chance probability that they'll be willing to go on a date with me. And it's like it's like a straight line down. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like a perfect negative inverse correlation. Like, just chat, tell me somebody who saw Coffee Cow. A Coffee Cow comes to mind as one of the least likely pieces of content to get me laid. You know what I'm saying?